What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Alright, today I'm going to be doing my review of the Civivi Sokoke, or Sokoke. But before we do that, I want to say thank you to you guys. I have hit 2,000 subscribers, and that's just baffling to me that I got there that quick. You know, when I started my channel in January of 2022, I was hoping to get 1,000 in a year, and we just hit 2,000 in just a little over a year. So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. There's going to be a big giveaway coming up near the end of February. So if you are not subscribed, you should become a subscriber so you can enter the giveaway. I will send out a community post and let you guys know the date and schedule the live and everything. And lots of cool prizes to give away. Going to be a few prize packs with lots of goodies in them, including knives, of course, and some other stuff. So, right, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about this knife. This is, so far of 2023, this is my favorite knife. Although there are a couple little things with it that I think could be made better. But for the money, $65 for this knife. There are three versions of this knife for $65. There's this one with the burlap micarta and the black blade. There's a natural linen micarta and a stonewash blade, and a black G10 and a stonewash blade. All those are both $65. Then there's one with black linen micarta and a Damascus blade, and that one's like $92, I think. So everything else on them is the same as far as hardware goes. But yeah, this one comes with the burlap micarta backspacer also. All right, let's go over the specs real quick. We'll do some size comparisons and point out a couple things. Overall length 7.64 inches, blade length 3.35 inches, closed length 4.4 inches, blade thickness is 120 thousandths. It's 14C 28N blade steel. The weight is 3.5 ounces. This is a Ray Laconico design, in case you didn't know. It's not like he'd put his name on it or anything. And it is right hand, left hand tip-up carry. The pocket clip is flush mount with the scale, so it's inset in there, and it does have flat screws. So it goes in and out of the pocket perfectly, like a dream. I put some mineral oil on these scales earlier, and there's some of it still in the pocket clip there. One thing I will say about the burlap micarta, it does not absorb mineral oil, so I tried. It didn't darken it at all, so FYI. Maybe if I sanded it down a little bit first it would work, but that's no big deal. All right, let's do some size comparisons. We will do some front flippers. Let's do the Kaiser Feist XL, because these two knives remind me of each other quite a bit. Do the regular Kaiser Feist. It's going to be quite a bit bigger than the regular Feist. Almost the exact same size as the XL Feist. Here is the Kaiser Genie. Oops, missed it. Almost exactly the same size as the Genie also, as far as length goes. How about the EMP EDC Relative? That's a front flipper. A beautiful front flipper too, with one of the deepest hollow grinds you're going to see on a production knife anyway. Absolutely amazing grind they did on that knife. Let's do some Spydercos here. Spyderco Smock. I do have another front flipper to show you at the end to compare it to, because I want to show you something on it that I really wish they would do on this. It would make it a better knife in my opinion. Here is the Spyderco Manix 2. So a little smaller than both of those knives. Here's the Spyderco Para 3, not Paramilitary 3, Para 3. Here's the Paramilitary 2, kind of right in between the Para 3 and Paramilitary 2. What else we got here? Do some of our regulars. Here's a Benchmade Bug Out. Here is a Civivi Elementum. And of course, the QSP Penguin. So that should give you a good idea on the size. And let's pull out the Vastide Bellamy real quick, because that's what I want to show you. It's one of the complaints about this knife. Although with this knife it's not a big deal, because I'll explain why. The jimping on the front flipper, right? black blades. It's hard to see how spaced out it is. It provides very little traction at all. And I really wish they would listen to us and do this finer jumping like Vasti does on the Bellamy. You know, with this one, there's not much reason to go over the top, although they may as well. That way you get it right there in that little tip right there. But luckily with this knife, because of how high the front flipper is above the pivot, it works. You don't really even need jimping with it. But if you were someone new to front flipping and trying to learn the front flip, having better jimping would make it easier for you to learn. But you know, with this one, it's very easy to do it anyway. So if you want a budget-friendly front flipper to practice with, but also have the ability to deploy it with thumb studs and not only a front flipper, this would be a great option for you. $65, I think this knife is a steal personally. Ergos are good. They're really good, except for one thing. And I don't know if this would become a hot spot or not, but I can feel this pocket clip right here, right? I feel it in my palm. It's not poking me like some pocket clips do, where you know it's just immediately it's going to be a hot spot. But it is noticeable that it's there. I wish they would have flattened that out a little bit. I will be replacing this pocket clip when it gets back to me. I'm sending this to this Puerto Rican fucker I know who has a YouTube channel. And to let him check it out. But I'm ordering one of those black titanium Civivi pocket clips to put on here. And that will definitely, as thin and flat as that clip is, it'll just disappear into your hand. So I would do that either way, even if I didn't fill that pocket clip, just FYI. Even if I didn't even notice that, I would probably replace this clip with that anyway. So, but the jimping and the pocket clip are the two things I wanted to point out. And there's one other thing, and this isn't bad, so don't take this wrong. The detent is a little light on this one. I can easily fell it, right? It's not hard to fell it at all, as I fell to fell it. It's not so light that it's dangerous. I mean, I can shake the blade out. I got to give it a really hard shake to do that. It's not so light that it's going to come open in your pocket. They clearly tuned the knife, the detent, for the front flipper. And when you have thumb studs, in my opinion, you probably should make this detent a little bit snappier. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's just on the lighter side. Compared to, say, a front flipper only, this is the Kaiser Feist XL. This has a snappier detent than this does, but not by much. It's just a little bit snappier than the Sokoke. And I would rather have the Sokoke be even a little bit snappier than the Feist XL because it has the thumb studs, which, you know, with the thumb studs, the reverse flick and the thumb flick, you want a snappier detent. And with how much leverage you're going to get because of how far you are above that pivot, a snappier detent would be great with this front flipper. So, but it is good. So don't let that scare you away. I'm not saying it's a bad detent. It's just a little on the lighter side. So, but for the most part, I absolutely love this knife. This one's going to be a big hit for Civivi, in my opinion. For what you're getting here for $65, I mean, it's pretty amazing deal, in my opinion. So, yeah, pretty impressive. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any comments, comment down below, or questions, comment down below. And I will see you guys on the next one.